I am Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with a very first video walk around on the 2024 Mustang Mach-E GT Rally Edition. This is actually my vehicle. I am purchasing this. I ordered it as soon as the order banks opened up. One of the first ones to be produced and shipped off and dropped off. In fact, we just got our second one today. So this is, we've got this a couple days ago and got it cleaned up. Rained last night, but we're gonna get you a nice video walk around on the Mustang Mach-E GT and what is so special about the Mach-E and even the GT for this year. So let's start here on this here. Of course, this does have the extended range, all-wheel drive is standard equipment on all your GTs. For this year, you get the McArthur dampening suspension is standard equipment on all GT editions. Now, the GT Rally gets the performance upgrade as standard equipment, or included, I should say, in the package. Now, if you're looking at a GT, about $900, $995, and you can get the GT performance upgrade. It's a little bit cheaper if you combine it with the upgraded wheels on the GT, but this is really about the GT Rally in this video. So extended range, all-wheel drive. It does have an extra drive mode that you get on this outside of the Unbridled and the Whisper and the Engage, the Rally Sports mode. So it kind of deactivates your traction control and some of those different features, the one pedal drive and everything, so you can drive it more spirited and its natural intention on the dirt roads and such out rally driving. So have not had a chance to play around with that yet. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and walk around this. Now here on the front, just a rally inspired grille up here on the front. You do see the nice pony on the front up there. We do have the fog lights, so those work with the fog light switch. Turn those on and lights up the, I believe when your headlights are on, it also lights up the Mustang there too, which is really cool to see. Got some good pictures of that. As well as, I love the LED lights, 3 lights up the top, 3 lights coming down as well for that. Headlights with the signature lighting that just looks fabulous, looks awesome. This does have sensors on all sides, so we do have some sensors up here on the front, sensors on the side as well as the back. Does have a front chin splitter up here too that's designed just for the GT Rally and just looks beautiful here. This is the Grabber Blue color, which is an extra $250 or I think $250 or $295 for this color. Most of the colors are a little extra if you go for those colors, including this Grabber Blue. Now these are going to all have graphics on them, so this does have a nice design. Get a close-up of that for you with the white outline. It's a matte finish to that. You're going to see that on the hood, and we'll see it on the rear liftgate when we get around there as well over there. So the wheel here is a nice rally-inspired wheel. It is Oxford white painted wheel here. Graphics on the side that are painted in. That is not a vinyl on there, so you won't have to worry about those coming off there. They do have Michelin, what do they call these? Cross climate tire here. Gives it the best grip for rally racing as well as on the road for your range. You do suffer a little bit in the range on this one versus the GT. It's 265 miles versus I think it's 280 for the GT on that. So, but I love the wheel. Performance brakes you get on this too with the red brake calipers as well. Your charge port, of course, right over here. You can do, of course, the DC fast charging plug as well, right there. We do have the black painted mirror caps here. Your turn signals are going to be right here, which light up as well. You do have your 360-degree camera, so you have one camera coming under each of those mirrors as well as on the front and the back. On the side, you do see the Rally graphic on the side of the vehicle, unless you go with the delete and then you delete the graphics, this graphics and the hood graphics and the graphics on the back. I wanted those on there. Durable side molding on the side over here to help protect it from those rocks and stuff that you might kick up rally racing, as well as here on the wheel lip molding too. We do see the black pillars right in here. We do have to see the grab handle with a button, so you just press that, it pops it open for you, and then you can grab that. On the back, you have that button, and then you just grab the door and open it up. So there you go. This has the privacy glass in these rear windows and back glass as well. This roof, that is not a panoramic vista roof. It is actually a black painted roof on there with rails that come right across the side to integrate into the Rally style rear spoiler back here as well on the back. So now, oh, by the way, this does have your bliss with cross traffic alert. In fact, it has about all the technology you'd expect Bliss with cross traffic alert, so if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to light in the corner of that mirror unless you know it's not safe to go in that lane. And as you back up, someone crosses your path behind you, it's going to do the same thing as well, alert you so that you don't back up into somebody if they're crossing your path behind you. All right, keypad entry as well right here that's invisible. So I love the keypad entry, and this does have the exit lock on it. So as you exit the vehicle, it'll lock the vehicle up for you, which I kind of like that. I don't know why I don't have that on all vehicles. I'm actually really excited about that feature, just be able to walk away and not know that I have to do this and hold it. You can do that, lock it, whatever, but you can just walk away and it's gonna lock it for the vehicle. You can program phone as a key as well if you'd like. I probably won't be doing that on the vehicle myself. Let's move this camera to the back. Now here in the back, as I mentioned, you have that rally style rear spoiler here on the lift gate that looks just looks really cool. Great design and some functionality to that as well. You see the stripes coming right around right here, just on the lift gate right there, similar to what you have on the hood. Of course, the pony on the back, as well as your LED tail lights. The sequential turn signals, a lot of people like as well back here on this. It just looks real sharp. Of course, it does have the reverse sensing, as we mentioned, the molding. I like the rear valance and how the design on that. That's similar to what you get from the Air design, as that you can add to your Mach-E if you want. Check out them for that. But this is integrated into this bumper right here into one piece. It does have power tailgate, so I can just press a button. I can also use a remote to open it up. There's, I think, probably a switch inside too. You do have you get a shade in here to help protect this, so it kind of snaps in there and into place. Helps so people can't see inside what you have in the cargo area. I did elect to go with the interior comfort package that gets you the all-weather mat in here. So you're gonna have that in there. If you don't have that, of course, it does have a cargo floor in here. You can open that up. A couple different spots you can position that if you'd like. It does have a tire and sealant and inflator kit in here. I did elect to go with the optional power cord. Make sure that if you are going to get this, know that that power cord is optional equipment. It is not standard equipment this year. So you want to make sure you go that route. Those seats, 60/40 split bench seat, those can fold down, giving you extra cargo room in here as well, which is what that's why it's called an SUV, right? So, all right, let's close this. And oh, by the way, forgot to mention this. If you're closing it and you're there, it'll stop and go back up. Also, you can set this. So let's say you're a little bit shorter. Bring it down, press and hold. There you go, it beeps on you, and now the next time when it comes up, it'll actually go to that height, and we'll go ahead and demonstrate that for you real quick so you can see that. So now you notice it's gonna stop at the height that I programmed it for. There you go, right there. So I'll go a little higher because I don't wanna hit my head, and I'm gonna reprogram it real quick. There you go, and shut it there and move to the inside. All right, now moving to the interior. I love this interior in here. We're gonna see, first let's talk about across the dash. This does have the B&O audio sound system, and I love this bar here that all stays the same. So your speakers, I can kind of feel some speakers over here that are embedded in there. Oop, got the wipers. You can kind of see those. You can kind of see them over here. But to kind of keep that look, instead of just having a couple speakers in two spots, it actually kind of puts this nice little cloth over it. And I like the look of that on there. Also, you can see a speaker back there that kind of goes up to the windshield and really kind of gives that B&O audio sound system great sound in here. I also like the finish on the dash. You can kind of see has that same graphic that we did see up there. Same design right here across there, right below your vents, which I love. Again, the look of the vents and how they integrated. So they have, a vent here, a vent there, but in between they kept those lines going. So it looks like it's a continuation right across the dash. Suede below that with the white stitching on there that matches the whites you're gonna see on the steering wheel, console, seats, everywhere else. Looks great on there too. So of course, we'll talk about these screens in a second. But the first one, the one up here on the driver, is that smaller screen. I don't remember the size, I'll put it on there. But that screen right there, that's where you see all the important stuff, right, while you're driving. We do see the speed. Of course, if you have the Blue Cruise activated, you're gonna see all that in there. Your range is there as well. Navigation, I believe, is gonna show up there. Your miles, what gear you're in, everything else is gonna be right there on that information screen right there. We like to call it productivity screen in the automotive world, but it's kind of it gives you all the basic information that you need while driving. This sensor's right here. This is a sensor for your Blue Cruise, so right above the steering wheel. So you're going to use that sensor for that. We do have a really nice leather wrapped steering wheel, Euro style stitching on that, and just a nice feel of the steering wheel there. And I do like the white accents that you have here that come through on this, as well as around the outside of the Mustang on the center of where your horn is right there. Of course, cruise control on the left side, you can adjust that. It's adaptive cruise, Blue Cruise as well. So if you, like for me, I'm probably not going to sign up for the subscription for Blue Cruise because it's mainly a daily driver and I don't need to get on the highway. So I probably will not get I'll let it expire after 90 days, and then at that point I'll have adaptive cruise. Or you can sign up $2,100. At the time you order your vehicle, you can get 3 years of Blue Cruise service. Also, at the time of delivery, if you want, from the dealer, you can sign up for either a 1 year or 3 year plan. So you can maybe get the vehicle in, test it out, see how you like it, and go, okay, yeah, I definitely think that's worth it. And then you can buy the 1 year or 3 year subscription at that time. Or you can do it online later after your trial is up as well. So a couple different things there. Volume controls on the right side over here. Your toggle switches over here. Of course, the left one is your turn signal. The right one over here, your wipers are controlled right over there. Rear wiper there on the end right there. Pedals, they do have that aluminum finish to them, so they give it that nice feel of that. Of course, the brake, probably won't be using it much because I like using a one pedal drive. On the door, you're going to see that speaker too. You're going to see that cloth going over that big speaker on the door right there, and I love how they've incorporated that into this. Suede throughout. Insert there on the top of the door handle, or the armrest I should say, and then the white accent that comes through as well on top of the vinyl overlay at the top. Kind of brings you into the seats here. The seats are going to be nice, I believe that's Active X seats, trimmed out with suede inserts, perforated as well, because it does have, I wouldn't know if you'd say heated and cooled seats, because the option on the cooled is not cooled. I can't pick cooled seat, but there's an auto setting. I believe that's going to pump in the air based on the temperature that you have the vehicle on at the same time. So it's a little different. First time I've seen that in any Ford vehicle. White stitching on those seats, and Mach-E Rally is etched on the backrest. The white plastic on the back side of those as well, that hard plastic. Not sure how that's going to be for passengers in the back if I hit my brakes, but hopefully that doesn't happen. And then the seats in the back too also get the suede and perforated inserts back there. Armrests that you can pull down as well in the back there. Console area right here. This up here does have a wireless phone charging system. So you can put your wireless phone in there. It does have a USB A and C charging port in there, as well as 2 cup holders. Another position to put another phone. They actually are perfect. You can put 2 phones side by side there. One wouldn't be charging, but you can always plug it in if you want to. And then there's a tray underneath as well. So it's kind of a floating tray system right there. And then also you do have an armrest right here that comes up, folds up. It folds up really good, because I know some vehicles I struggle to get in the console because of the seat and everything. And I like, in the past, I think this was just an open area. Now they have this retractable door that opens up. There's a power point in there if you want. You can put your key in there. So if you need to do anything, let's say the battery's, guess the battery's dying, it's not gonna start anyway, but you can put your key right down in there if you're needing to get into the vehicle and need to make any changes to the vehicle or whatever. Nice big little compartment under there. So I love this rotary dial shifter knob there as well. Your parking brake, and also I believe that's that P there, park assist, I believe it has. I haven't tested that out. Let me look at it. Yes, navigate to parking sensors. I believe that is active, where you can intelligently park the vehicle. And then let's not talk about the 15.5 inch Sync 4A screen, touch screen here on the center stack. Your climate is all controlled on the bottom part of that. Down there with the dial. Now the dial, now with the upgrade, not only controls your volume of the radio, but also controls your climate. So if I hit my fan, you'll see the dial actually adjusts the fan speed using the dial. So that's how that works. So you would use a dial for both fan as well as volume, which is really cool to, how they've upgraded that. Of course, in the middle there is the last things that I've used, last different apps I should say that I've used on the vehicle, so you can easily scroll through and get to the things that, hey, I just used that. You can just click on it right there and you access it. So that's pretty important too. And then of course you do have these screen has most of the other stuff I believe I have the Android Auto is set up, but it's on my phone, which I'm recording on right now. You can go into the controls, of course, all the little dots right there, all the different apps, radio, phone, navigation, media. I won't go through that. Check out the videos I've done on that. But tire pressure, everything else, charging. If you're going on trips, you could set up your where you need to charge and everything else. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay right there too. The car, that's where you're going to go in and adjust all your settings and controls. When you first click on it, it goes straight to controls. So this is where you change it from whisper, engage, and bridled mode. And if you look down there, the third item, Rally Sport mode right there. Auto hold as well, one pedal drive. And if you like the sound of the propulsion sound, then you can turn that on. You'll see I have that turned on as well right there. Also from this screen here is where you can open up the frunk and the trunk. Frunk and trunk. Front trunk, back trunk. So you can actually pop those from this screen here. So if you're looking for where that is at, that is where it's at. And then of course on the left, you still have your phone list, driver assistance features. Driver assistance, that's pretty much where anything that's going to help you assist while you're driving. That's where you're going to find your reverse brake assist, driver alert, cross traffic alert, the bliss, all those are going to be there. That's where your cruise control is going to be at, all those other settings. Now vehicle is where you're going to find all the other settings like your lights, your alarm system, your remote start, your windows, wipers, all those are going to be under your vehicle. General settings, that's where you're going to be, that's where your temperature. Do I want Fahrenheit? Do I want Celsius? Do I want miles? Or do I want kilowatts or whatever the distance is for that? All those settings are going to be controlled there. Your display, darkness, and everything is under general. Connectivity, that is where you're going to be able to connect you to the connected vehicle features, Bluetooth, all those features, hotspot, all those are going to be under connectivity. Software updates, actually I do need to go in here and set this up. I had forgotten to do that. So I do have automatic updates turned on. I have not set my recurring schedule. So let's do, let's do 1 a.m. Monday through Thursday. That sounds good. And so you go ahead and control that right through there and then update details as well. And then Ford Assist, Alexa, and your valet mode. So they're all right there. Sound as well, but I don't have the radio on, so you don't see those. And then what's really cool on this, if you're parking the vehicle and you want to know, hey, what do my surroundings look like? There's a camera button right there. You just click that, and it's going to give you a 360-degree camera view right there. Front camera if you're in drive or park. If you're in reverse, it'll be your rear view camera on the bottom. But then, of course, you can go on any of these and go, I want to see a little bit closer view of the front. You can do that, and you want to get rid of the lines, you can do that as well. And then if you want the 360 view, so that's cool and how that all works right there. So there's that. Overhead console, sunglass bin in there, your interior lights and everything are right there as well. Garage door openers as well, it's included. Again, I've ordered this. The only thing I added was the comfort package to this and the mobile cord. That is it. So what you're seeing is standard equipment on all of your GT rallies. The comfort also comes with all my other mats that I forgot to mention earlier that are in this too. So everything you see in here that I've talked about is pretty much standard equipment on all GT rallies. They all get this equipment. So there you have it. There is a walk around. Now I didn't show you the front area. Let me show you that real quick. You can just pull this lever twice, pull it once. It releases it just like any other hood. Pull it a second time, and that's what releases it. So then you can go ahead and pull it up. And what I like about this versus a lot of other, smaller SUVs like this is they don't utilize this area that they could give you here. You still kind of see some motor stuff in there. You have that up here, but now you still have an open area to be able to put some stuff in, beverages, whatever. You can make it a cooler, put ice in there and everything. It has drain plugs. You can drain that. Even has spots for 2 cup holders. It says Mach-E right there, and even has the Mustang up here. So that kind of helps with noise and everything, but nice usable area. And here's where you're gonna fill up your washer fluid if you need to, right there for your windshield wipers. So there you go. That is a full walk around on the GT Rally. You can order those at McArthur Ford. We are doing some great deals. So we are below invoice on these. So if you're wanting to order one, we can order one and we'll do $1,000 below invoice for you off of one of these. So check that out, reach out to us. Also, if you finance with us, then we'll also give you free shipping, up to $1,000 of free shipping for it as well to ship it right to you. So, all right, that's all I have for this video. Be checking out our other Mach-E GT Rally videos. We're gonna have a lot of fun with this, with some future videos, so check it out, including one we recorded this morning where we raced this against a 2024 Ford Mustang GT with the Whipple 800 horsepower supercharger on it. It was fun. it was a little mind-blowing, and you realized these deserve the Mustang name on them. So till the next video, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you on the next video.